Assalamu alaikum, my name is Muhammad Rashid. I'm here to talk about our group's effort regarding the access of education for everybody and the problems surrounding it. Education is a right or necessity for everyone, a right which is granted to some but many lacks to it.
These people thus miss out on important skills and career opportunities. Just in Lahore alone, 3 to 4 million people are illiterate. Some by choice, others due to a lack of proper education.
We strongly believe that education is a right that everyone should have, so we took actions to combat this problem.
So what we identified key areas like slums and targets like uneducated orphans who needed help, using online research on things like the number of out-of-school children or schools in an area.
Then we devised a plan to help these people, mainly children. Together we came up with the idea of implementing a donation box within the school premises, and we did this 6 months prior to the project so we could maximize the number of books we collected. This was done in collaboration with the box from the Providentia Books Foundation.
We also designed brochures regarding the importance of education in both Urdu, the native language, and English. So more people are incentivized to go to schools. We distributed these in Kachi Wadis and urban slums.
On the screen is the website we made, which showcased what our aim was to entice more donations. That includes what our goals were and what we actually stood for. We included remarks from people we had helped prior. The website also displays the entire process of how donations were used and processed to appeal to more donators. If people were interested, they could contact us using the given information. Another aspect of the website was showing our work and the various aspects we covered in our dealings. Lastly, we included a donation page for people wishing to donate anywhere in the world.
Many people donated to the box we had set up in school. Some teachers left remarks on the project saying how positive it was in a comment register we had set up. Using these books, we went to an orphanage called the Agugosh Orphan Care where we met its owner and collaborated with him to provide the books we got to the children. We also interviewed a teacher there about the importance of orphans receiving education.
एजुकेशन जो है ऑर्फन बच्चों के लिए इसलिए इम्पोर्टेंट है कि जब उनके पेरेंट्स का साया उनके सर से उठ जाता है तो यहाँ आगोश ग्रामर हाई सेकेंडरी स्कूल में आके ये बच्चे तालीम हासिल करते हैं और अच्छी से अच्छी स्किल सीख के और कोई अच्छी सी जॉब करके अपनी फैमिली को सपोर्ट करते हैं, इसलिए ऑर्फन बच्चों के लिए तालीम बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है. थैंक यू.
Additionally, we went to a local Kachi Abadi near our locality and distributed the brochures we designed in Urdu and in English and read them out to the children who couldn't read it themselves. These taught them about the importance of education, hopefully causing a decrease in the illiteracy rate there.
This problem is driven by the deep-rooted poverty in Pakistan, and the second one is lack of funding in the field of education, and third one is the cultural barriers. Female children are not being sent properly to schools, and the male children are being sent to workplaces for parents are solving their immediate survival problem, and it's a very chronic problem and crisis having very devastating consequences. So these main three factors, if not addressed in time, every effort, every attempt will be a futile exercise. First of all, the government will have to take certain very concrete steps, and top of the list is to increase budget and make education on the top priority, place it on the top priority, and make laws to ensure the proper enrollment of female children and the vocational education for the general public and students, and otherwise nothing will happen without increasing the national budget for education, because it is said very rightly, education is not the first priority of the government and never has been, and it's a very sorrowful state of affair on the part of the governments that they never took it serious. So far as the role of individuals is concerned, they can volunteer to teach the neighbor children, they can sponsor the poor students so far as their fee or their expenditures are concerned, and advocate for enrollment of all genders. And secondly, they can use social media to make programs to convince people that they should send their children to schools and colleges, because education is foremost and first and foremost thing in one's life.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. So this wonderful group of students planned an initiative where a box for donation of books was planned. The box was placed at a designated area in the school, and the whole school was informed to bring any kinds of books that they had at their home. Later on, a huge number of donations were made, and students brought books that were from their previous syllabus or storybooks which could be donated. All these books were collected for a complete term, and later on they were distributed to an orphanage. This is a wonderful opportunity to promote the culture of literacy, story reading, and itself for the book, for the love of knowledge that was passed on. And I think these initiatives should be taken, because ultimately they can be really helpful, because we have tons of books at home which should be donated, and they become a new home for those who love to gain knowledge. Thank you so much.
Lastly, we interviewed a student about how effective our initiative was, and this was his feedback.
Good initiative. I had a lot of books lying around and I didn't know what to do to them, so I gave them to the donation box.
In conclusion, I believe we were successful in our efforts and made a profound impact in the community by donating books. And we set up a way to help communities in the future through donations via the website we made. Thank you.